delightfully Diddy darlings. I know saying Diddy is probably not PC, the glitterati of the wokerati, but I'm no right-wing bling paparazzi Stasi. So boo-hoo, sue me. Well, really can't poo-poo. What do cricket lovers adore more dearly than sticking it to the man, feeling giddy after getting a score of seen stealing a land of a clearly Diddy man daring to plan? You can't knock it. A pickpocket, mischief, rocket thief who does socket to the chief. How droll, another pole topper, showstopper, a mighty mouse on a roll who makes sure the whole house comes down a cropper. A dreamy midget who can't help but fidget, creamy, like a Guinness widget. A soon-to-be rich titch or twitch, without a hitch or glitch, and will thrill and bewitch on the pitch, where the ghoul of small men does enthrall, stand tall, even in Red Bull. Ben, a weirdly bearded hobbit with a habit of run gobbling, like our own fire and brimstone biblical gobbet, while Glenn, a demonic supersonic dwarf, deceives with the ball bobbling, seam wobbling, leaves batters hobbling in tatters, nobbling them when it matters, as the Kiwi can morph with olden charm into a mad hatter with a gilded golden arm. They feed needy, greedy me. These boys like Speedy Gonzales. But what can you say? On delay, just sachet. It's time to form a new era born, spawned by the dawn of the rip-snorting, sporting leprechaun, cricketing porn. That most ferocious, precocious of Diddy men, that spunky, cut slut with a nut Ben, a sweet junkie, funky monkey, squat and chunky, but hot to trot, never a flunky, on the spot with his sewag bag of tricks, flicks and yep, sometimes snicks, a winner against the spinner or quicks, never a defender, always out on the lash, everything in a flash, in the blender, does dash and slash, a big spender with a stash of cash to splash, toothy smiles, another night out on the tiles, fans flocking to this cocktail bartender rocking like a Tom Cruise ruse. Got the moves and grooves. Despite his trials, a repeat offender. With his wiles and gals, like he's on a never-ending verenda bender. Does amuse that he did choose to refuse to leave the cherry. Heaven sent and hell bent. Just 2%. Is there a finer treat? The merry bucket hat ducket on the button, record forging like a glutton gorging at an all-you-can-eat diner. Can't forsake or fake. A homegrown, wristy, trippy, Mr. Whippy on the take and make with a double 99er flake. Another baby boy buddy who brings joy to even a ruddy fuddy duddy is GP, a spin doctor who can get that unique freak geek tweak, persistent if not yet consistent, with a hint and glint of Sappho, can deliver a proper jaffa. Glenn, another giant among Diddy men, gets it to dip, rag and rip, nip to slip, yep, the odd blip, like a tightly sprung coil. So enjoy this trip, because it is a trip. Stay loyal to a royal Phillips Phillip. All hustle, muscle and bustle with a bat in a test tussle. Not just a white ball fad, a rad little lad who can give it a serious tonk. Clever, has the fizz to do the biz, like Prosecco Plonk. Camera drone, watching leather, whatever the weather, sail without fail over the Toblerone. Viral spiral, spool on your phone. Old school, likes to take a chance and dance down the track, give it a thwack. Just cool. GP, still a relatively new face, as a fielding shielding ranger, has the pace, gallivanting grace in full flow to race. Even the ace, so savvy, ravage a danger. Brothers from another mother don't want to sully the best pound for pound test all rounder, but they could call it Glenn's Gully or Phillips Place. There ain't a t'other go get a sounder better across the ground at cover. You wouldn't call him chic, and still nowhere near his peak. Never meek, does seek, even when things get bleak, to always be in the game. Not yet a name in the hallways of fame, but get set, because I bet this run reaper, who remember started out as a keeper, and is now somehow a stonker conker twirler, has the gusto and bravado for any true aficionado. And what do you know? The Diddy show's coming down under. On the fiddle, who will plunder, who will blunder? As the Glen and Ben riddle surfs the turf. Who gets the chattels in the battles out in Middle Earth? Stokes blokes back from their Asian abyss of that poor hit and more miss tour like haunted puppets, snicking, taunted by two raging battler muppets, a finger flicking Waldorf and Statler. The aging turning sage took centre stage, nicking the back pages. Ben's men take on Tom's aplomb bombs, who set fire to an entire empire. Unlike Icarus, taking the piss, not just bosh, quashed, but whitewashed. Managed to soar to the sun just for fun. India outgunned, outspun, still seems raw. Can still hear the laughter, hiss and diss. The roar after each Indian floor. No shifting from sifting through reams of uplifting, drifting dreams of test cricket bliss. Come on. Everyone craves and raves about his heroic, stoic slave days, our reliance on the defiant, saving the knaves, and sending snarling, gnarly giants to their graves. So let's salute our faves. Give a hoot, have a toot, thanks to our tiny but shiny ones in the phalanx ranks, who make us giddy, those deliciously, decadently, diddy men. Yeah, Glenn and